What's up, y'all? Just gonna do a little talk today before we go out and hit the workout. Last night I decided not to take in video what I was doing. I was running a little low on time. My camera battery was at like 1 on the, I'm using a GoPro Hero 3 Plus, and the camera battery's on 1, so I figured it wouldn't last me throughout the workout. So I decided just to let it charge up for the rest of the night and let it go fresh today for leg day. So last night we just hit some shoulders and arms, hit some seated shoulder press, some front delt raises, some shrugs, some rear delt flies, then we hit some bicep hammer curls, some hammer cable curls, and we did like a tricep kickbacks and a tricep circuit on the cables. So for today we are doing the advanced German volume training leg day workout. As you can see, I'm shirtless getting ready for the workout. Don't get too excited over that. I'm actually just waiting on my clothes to dry. So when that's done, I'm gonna get dressed, and I think they just now finished up. So just wanted to give a little quick talk before we go hit the workout. Breakfast this morning, we had 3 extra large eggs and 2 packets of oatmeal. I use a Kroger brand, brown sugar, cinnamon, whatever. It tastes a little bit better, and it's a little bit cheaper. And then I actually just had a Jimmy Dean breakfast bowl. They actually have like 28 grams of protein. Not sure about the fat content. I think it's a little high in fat, but whatever. I'm hitting legs, so I wanted to get a little bit more food into me, and I don't have a lot of food at the house right now, ready to go. So the workout for today is 10 sets of 5. I'm going to try to run it at 4:05. We'll see how that goes, and we'll see what we can get working with there. So, see y'all in the gym.
Alright, now here we are at church, the Iron Jungle, hitting the warm-up sets. I do a pretty basic warm-up. When I do squats, I usually do the bar for 10 reps, and then we'll throw on 135, hit a few reps with that, usually 5, maybe 10, just depends on how I'm feeling, what I want to do, how my legs feel. And then we'll just throw on another plate, and we'll just work up plates from there until we get to the working sets. So here's another 5, I think, at 225. Yep. And we'll throw on 315. I actually like warming up like this because it doesn't exhaust you too much, and depending on how much weight you can actually lift and where your max is, you don't really have a lot of potential risk for injury while you're warming up with this. And sometimes I'll do a little bit more stretching and stuff. It just depends on how my legs feel. I'm pretty tight normally all the time, so I probably should do a longer warm up and get a little more stretched out. But I have trouble hitting depth without having a lot of weight on the bar. So sometimes when I just do the bar, it's a little hard for me to hit depth with just that. So I ran over and I got the hamstring curl, the lying hamstring curl machine set up. That's where I was just at. And time to take the pants off, gotta get serious. Throw the belt on. A little sick, so if I got a little sniffles and clear my throat, a little cough. Sorry about that. So there I am throwing on that Toro belt. Pretty solid belt, honestly. I mean, it gives you good support. And I kind of I've never used a leather belt, but I do like that as long as my body changes, I can just adapt the belt. If I want a little bit tighter, I want a little bit looser. Whereas a leather belt, you have to actually go in, unscrew it, and adjust it yourself. I got kind of like a mid-high bar squat. Not too high, not direct on the traps, but not really low. So yeah, you can see I'm hitting 4 or 5. It's a little rough right there. I think I got a little bit over-ambitious coming out of rugby season, trying to hit 4 or 5 for the entire set of 10 that we were doing here, or the 10 sets of 5 that we were doing. But overall it was pretty good. It was a pretty good set. And I'm going to head over onto the hamstring curl machine and hit those. Drinking my Amino X right there. I usually drink it throughout my workout. And the bottle I'm using is actually one of the Hydra bottles, where it has 2 sides. to it, and it's actually pretty sweet. I liked it. It doesn't hold as much liquid on each side as I would like, and it's a little weird. But it still holds a decent amount. It probably holds 8 ounces on each side. Alright, so second set coming up right here. I mean, not bad. Still getting down. Looking in the mirror, I was making sure I was hitting like right at depth, seeing my hamstring dip below. As long as I could see it, like I was looking at my hamstring because that's the easier way to gauge it, where I don't have to look at my hips where my shirt crease is. But I've seen what my hamstring looks like below my leg, and where that was in relation to where my hip crease was and my knee crease. So that's how I gauge my depth. See, I got my 8-man strong shirt on. And then I decided to drop down to 315 here. I just wanted to do a beltless since, obviously, my max is up around 5, probably close to 520. And I wanted to be able to hit just beltless because there's no point using a belt. Keep a strong core, build up a little core strength. And the 315 was pretty easy, but once I got to the end, after doing all the hamstring curls, supersetted, and the short rest breaks, the 315 really started catching up to me. Now those shoes, the Reebok CrossFit Lite TRs, I freaking love them. They changed my stance a tiny bit. Before this, I was using some like 2011, no, probably earlier. I've had them since I was a sophomore in high school, I think. They're like 2011 or 2010 Reebok or Nike trainers. I don't know. They didn't have a stable like base on them. They're more of like a running shoe kind of, and it makes a world of a difference throwing on these shoes. I widen my stance a little bit and turn my feet a little bit more out, which I don't think was too big of a problem. And it feels comfortable with me. I used to have a pretty wide stance, a little wider than what I'm using right now in this video. And then I worked it inward, and then I worked it back out a little bit. I think as I progress in heavier weights, I need to move it out a little bit because I just don't feel as stable underneath with a close stance like that. But now we're on about set, I guess we're on set 6 coming up right here. Let's see. Had to pop my back real quick, getting a little stiff. I've actually read that popping your back is bad for something during your workout because it releases the tightness in your back, and like your back's kind of stiff and it keeps it tight, and when you release it, by popping it, it actually makes you a little loose going into your workouts and work sets, and it changes like how your back was. But I've never seen too much of a problem with it, and I'm not going to be one to tell you not to do it. So I'm using 40-pound dumbbells in each hand, and I was doing sets of 8. These call for sets of 6 to 8, so I decided to do 8. And there was me doing super fast Romanian deadlifts. Flying through this workout right here. With the dumbbell lunges, my hip was bothering me. We had 2 rugby games this past weekend in the national tournament, and my hip, it was like shot during this workout after doing those squats and having that wider stance. I could feel it putting a lot of pressure on my hip. So that's why I wanted to keep it a little bit lighter on the dumbbells, and I'm not getting fully down, touching my knee on the ground. I normally do walking, but I just didn't want to have to deal with the stability of my knee or my hip and my knee being, off from where it should be in a lunge because of that. But I went a little light on these deadlifts because I'm also doing the Ed Cohn, the workout program that he made, or the deadlift program that he made. And I wanted to keep it light on the deadlifts so that way when I go into deadlifts tomorrow after Thanksgiving, got to get that big meal in before you do it, they would be kind of fresher because this workout is pretty taxing on your legs. And I know that they're going to be sore regardless on tomorrow. So we just kept with 135 and just focused on getting the squeeze. So here I think is my last set. after I got done talking, running my mouth, yip yapping, one of my friends from my hometown, we were talking about college stuff or something, I don't know, whatever kids talk about.
Alright y'all, back at the crib, about to eat some lunch. So let's give you a little sneak peek of what I got here. 4 burger patties, 80%, 20%, and some rice. I have black beans on the stove. First time cooking them, and it's not going how I want it to, so we'll just have to skip eating those for the day. But hope you enjoyed this workout video, and let's see what we can get with the rest of them.